Good morning, it's Roger Gilbert from Milling and Grain Magazine. It's the last day of IPPE 2018 here in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. And I'm now on the S-Muller stand talking to both Matt McLean and his brother Chris, CEO and Vice President of the company respectively. Chris, could you tell us a little bit about the company and the exports that you might be aiming for or have achieved?
Yes, we're currently shipping into over 22 countries around the world. Most of our equipment is going to all those countries, so elevators, conveyors, turn heads, hoping to get more of the gates. We've got gates going into Canada now, just expanding those markets as we go.
And Matt, can you tell us a little bit about the company? You know, what is the focus of the product range?
The product range, we are really staying within our niche, which is the material handling. That's been our main focus for we're over 140 years old continuously. We are a family-owned company, and in today's market that is getting to be kind of a rarity, but we prefer to keep it that way. We concentrate just trying to provide the best piece of equipment, and that's our main focus.
And that's what you do best. How important, Chris, is the international market to the future of S-Muller?
I think it's always going to be important. The global industry, especially in agriculture, is going to continue to move. The growing markets in Africa and Southeast Asia are going to be ones to focus on, as well as here domestically. So I think it will be very important.
And talking about the domestic market, what have you brought to the show this year that you'd like to tell us a little bit about?
2 years ago, we did an acquisition on the Able slide gates from Able Manufacturing, and we are striving to continue the same quality that Able Manufacturing did on the gates over the years since the 1960s. So we haven't changed much on the gates. We're still doing the same quality that they did. We're now doing a powder coat finish, which gives it a little bit better quality of a paint than what was before, but we're always looking for new innovative ways to make things better. So as we start evolving on the gates in the future, we'll be looking for ways to give our customers a better experience.
Can we look at one of these gates if you have it on the stand?
Example here. So the example that we brought to the show basically gives us all the options that we have. We've got pneumatic, motorized rack and pinion, or even a hand wheel operation. So this gives the customer the ability to see all the different options on one model.
Okay. And Matt, what else do you have on the stand today that would be of interest to somebody visiting?
Well, the IPPE show basically is a feed show. You know, we was originally started what we call the chicken show. So most of the equipment that we brought with us today is based on a feed background. Clean out is more of a concern than bulk. So the different types of conveyors we have a round bottom conveyor, which helps clean out better than just a en masse flat bottom, which is actually better for moving more material. That's more on the industrial side or the grain storage, to where getting the material moved faster is kind of what that whole industry is about. But being the feed show, we have the round bottom drags, we have a self-cleaning elevator boot that will help keep down, so that if they're changing different processes of the feed, different ingredients of the feed, they don't have a long time being shut down changing between the different products.
Okay.
So that this show is mainly based off of our feed design.
And what is that piece of equipment down there?
The piece of equipment in the corner is what we consider a smart turn head.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just a distributor, and that would be the piece of equipment that we use to, if you had many different bins with different materials in each one. Your first bin may be corn, beans, anything else.
Would distribute it.
And we consider that a smart turn head because it is programmable. So originally the turn heads, it was on a constant rotation. So if you're on 1 and wanting to go to 9, it'd have to go all the way around till it got to 9. The smart turn head design is computerized, so if you want to go from 1 to 9, it would just back up.
Okay.
So it cuts down on the process time.
Okay. And Chris, what future products do you think you have in the pipeline for the industry?
We're looking at bringing out a diverter valve series that we'll hopefully have later on this year. So it's working on some new designs to help the end user on maintenance on diverter valves.
Well, Milling and Grain will cover that in due course through the pages of our magazine. But in the meantime, thank you very much, Chris and Matt. It's been enjoyable talking to you, and good luck with the rest of the show.